Добрый день, с вами FEFU.TV и его ведущая Анастасия Жманкова. И сегодня к нам в гости пришел главный тренер сборной команды по американскому футболу ДФУ «Дикие панды» Бобби. Hello, Bobby.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
Doing great, doing great. This is an amazing university and I'm glad to be here.
That's really awesome. So the first thing I wanted to ask you, what made you come to Russia?
Well, originally I started off playing, I got an offer to play professional football in Moscow for the Moscow Patriots, and it just kept, I started off visiting a lot of teams outside of Moscow. I went to Shepovets, Nizhny Novgorod. I probably went to probably 10 to 12 different cities around Russia, around the Moscow area, and I started seeing football grow a lot around the country. So it was something that, you know, I kind of took upon myself and said, you know what, I want to do something. I want to grow football in this country. So I decided that I was going to try to stay here as long as I could and try to develop football. So I went from Moscow to St. Petersburg, all the way far east to Vladivostok.
That's really great. And when you first came to Russia, were you a little bit shocked of country, people?
I was very shocked because it's in America, you know, in the media, you don't hear much about Russia. Now you hear a lot about Russia, but prior to me coming, you didn't hear much about Russia. And I was actually kind of amazed, you know, by the architect in Moscow, and also, you know, about all the great nature and actually how friendly Russian people are in general. It was very surprising and very warming.
That makes me really happy that they are friendly, because some people say, oh, Russians are.
Oh, it's like that everywhere. Some people say, I think like a lot of times Russians, they kind of they hide their emotions, but once you say hello, get to know them, man, you see a big smile come on their face and they're very warming people.
So in the childhood and before, you did professional football as a
Right, definitely. I've been playing American football since I was 4 years old. And I started playing professionally in 2009, and I concluded my professional career in 2014 before I came here.
So you came here, you were invited by someone?
Yes, I was. I was actually invited by Dennis. I trained Dennis in Moscow, and I did a really good job with him. And so I left Moscow, I went to St. Petersburg, and me and him were keeping frequent contact. And he contacted me about an opportunity to come coach the team here at the university. At first, I told Dennis, I said, well, you know, Dennis, I'm still playing football. You know, I'm 28 years old. You know, I'm in the prime of my career. And then he sent me some photos of this university. And I was like, okay, I'm done playing football. I'll start coaching the Pandas. And, you know, it turned out to be one of the best decisions I ever made, because, one, you know, I'm here experiencing some things I never experienced before. Two, you know, it got me a head start on my future career as a college head coach. And three, I got an opportunity to develop football in Russia and start an international football program, which is something that hasn't been done in Europe or Asia ever. So I think we're making history here, and I'm very, very proud of that.
Great. So you were amazed by campus. So campuses, like football fields and the places there, good for training? Very good. We have very good facilities here on campus. The football field all the way to the sports center, and from how close the dorms are and how the classes are, or how we work our practices around the classes, I think is very, very similar to the way that we did it in America at a Division I school. And my goal is to try to bring that philosophy to the university and try to develop a football program. And hopefully, you know, with this football program, we can actually change the diversity in the university. I heard they're playing a lot of football in Asia right now, and our goal is to try to attract more the Asian population to come to this great university. And I think more people around the world should know about this great institution. This is an amazing place, and very amazing, and it shouldn't be a secret. Everyone should know. Everyone should know, and I think football would be a great tool to get that done. That's just great. So, about Russian guys, do they differ totally from American ones that you used to?
Well, I would say at first yes, because they haven't been exposed to the sport, you know, but you know, over time, once they start to learn the sport a little bit, you know, they kind of start to understand, and it's no different. It's just this football all the time. And what I have found to learn about Russians, they want it. If they really want something, they'll go do it. We're not going to wait for the next guy. They're going to go do it. And I actually admire that about them, and I like that about them. And I also like how straightforward they are. They come, if they have a problem, They come right to me, and they say their problem, even though their problem might not be a real problem. They'll come and state it, and I like that. It's no transparent. Everything is transparent, and that's the best way to have a program.
So they're not that much hard to be trained because they want it. They strive.
They want it. Yeah, they want it. They actually want this. They're here. They call me out of my room every day, and they want this. And you know, in America, I think a lot of times it's been given so much. You know, the sport's been given, you know, it's like anybody can play. It's been given so much. I think they kind of don't appreciate the opportunity like they do here, where, you know, they feel lucky to be able to play football, and they appreciate it. They appreciate it a lot. They give you everything they got. They give you, and I mean, they give blood, sweat, and tears for this university. And I'm proud of that, and I'm proud to be their coach.
So do you like your team here in Vladivostok? Really?
I love my job. I love my job. Every day I go home with a smile on my face. I love the opportunity that's here. I love the guys that play for me, and I love seeing them improve. It makes me feel good when I watch them improve every day, and they come up and tell me, hey, coach, I think I'm improving. To me, it means a lot to me.
So in this team, Wild Pandas, do you have any favorite football players?
Well, I have a team captain, I think, and like I explained to these guys. I said, you know, in the United States, you know, we have team leaders, but here it's kind of different because these guys actually did everything prior to me getting here. They handled everything. So their leadership kind of went over to the coach's standpoint, and you don't really have that type of leadership in America, and I like it. I like it. It makes my job a lot easier as being a head coach because I don't have any assistant coaches here. Where in America, it's probably like 20 assistant coaches per staff. It's only me. I do everything. So having great leaders makes it a lot better. So I would have to say my leaders are probably some of my favorite players because they help so much, and they do so much extra stuff after the practice, behind closed doors. It makes this thing very special.
So in your opinion, what is the most important thing for a coach to make his team to be motivated to win?
Well, I think the most important thing is encouraging the players and let them know that it's okay to make a mistake. Let's fix it. You know, let these guys know that they can do this. You know, this is something that is not impossible. This is something they really can do, and they can be really good at it. And that's the whole, you know, that's the whole thing. I try to drive home with such a short window to get them. I've only been here 3 weeks to get them ready for a game. You know, you want to encourage them, let them know that it's very possible. You can be a great football player if you put the work in, you put the time in, and you're dedicated to it, which these guys have proven time and time again that they're dedicated, they're willing to put the work in, and they love the game of football. So it's easy to see improvement.
Yes. About your family, what do they think about you coming to Russia, to the Far East, and staying here?
Well, I will have to say, as far as me coming to Russia, they actually love the experience. My wife, she's a English tutor, and she was fortunate enough to work in Moscow, where, you know, her business is you make a lot of money in Moscow, but she also understood how much football meant to me and how much it meant to our family, as far as, you know, in the opportunity that I had to expand football in the country. So she didn't mind leaving Moscow with me and coming to St. Petersburg and going from St. Petersburg to Far East. You know, she's thinking, and we're trying to work out things now where maybe she can go back and make money in Moscow, and we go back and forth, you know, because we're already 15 hours away from the United States. So I mean, you know, it wouldn't matter if we're far away, you know, because we have made these things work before, prior when I was in the NFL. So it's the same. It's pretty much the same scenario.
I see. So besides the football, do you have any hobbies and some stuff that you do in Russia?
Yes, I do. Besides football, my biggest hobby is just exploring.
Exploring?
Yes, definitely exploring. I mean, I'm over here, I get to see parts of the world no one else is going to probably be able to see that's from America, people I grew up with or people I came across in America. You know, just seeing, the more I see, I think the more I grow mentally, and, you know, the more mentally stronger I become over here to be able to determine to make sure I complete my goal of developing football here. So I mean, I just seen so much, you know, being in the big cities like Moscow and St. Petersburg, you see all the beautiful architect and all that good stuff, but to me, it's nothing compared to being Far East where you see the nature. You walk out, you see the beach, and you go around, you see mountains and stuff.
The real Russia.
Yeah, the real Russia. To me, I got to experience both sides, and not many Russians, let alone Americans, get to experience that.
That's just great. So, can you wish something to your team and our students of FEFU University?
Definitely. Well, for my team, I wish us much success. And I know with our preparation and the work we have put on, and we have done up to this point, that we will be successful this coming Saturday. And for the university, I just want you guys, hey, stand behind your football team. These guys have worked very, very hard, blood, sweat, and tears, and they're very passionate about the sport. And not just the game of football, they're passionate about representing this university to the highest standard, not only on the field, but also off the field and also in the classrooms. Like I told these guys, if I'm gonna be your head coach, you're gonna have to represent this university on the field, off the field, and also be leaders in the classroom. So come out and support you guys, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for this great interview. It was nice talking to you. И пожелаем всем быть очень классными, оставаться такими же лидерами и на поле, и в учебе. Всем пока!
Пока!
Прощайку какую? Пока-пока, в смысле?
Пока!
Пока!